Tonight we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Los Angeles Rams. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime.
Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
They'll try the left side. Black.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
Purdy now to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Charles, Thursday night game, and you think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
You talk about this Rams defense.
And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 16. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and then 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Up the middle they go. It's Black. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Get set, get set. Watch out.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. He'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, and they must like the matchups they're getting.
The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive.
First run now for Kyren Williams.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
It was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle. Now it's 2nd and 10.
At the 9-yard line.
Set. 180.
Now Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brings up third down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. Here comes the Rams punter now. As his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Kirk now, the return man. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
They'll keep it on the ground. Black.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
We've seen quite a bit of a short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a first and 10.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
Get set, get set. 18, watch out.
In motion, the tight end. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming.
Get set, get set. I got it.
Purdy off the play fake. To the right side and intercepted. And the Rams are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of the game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be a great thing for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Up the middle, it's Williams. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the...
Oh, he put her on the carpet, a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Get set. Get set.
Here's Purdy.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
San Francisco.
A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Niners post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ballgame as they come up 1st and 10. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Play action. Stafford.
Pass complete there to McCoy.
And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield to making the catch.
Jair Brown on the stop there.
1 yard gain.
The Rams have 1 and 3 here in the early part of the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around. I expect them to play really well here. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he can get a good head of steam going.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. They'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 49ers 9-yard line.
Check. 280.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play. It actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Williams will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Williams is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA.
Puka Nacua,
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
and the Rams are an extra point away from capturing the lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive. They watched the other side just score, but remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time, so have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Purdy looking to throw.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback, and that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Purdy. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Purdy on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Here's Stafford. They'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From the gun, here's Stafford. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Josie Jewell. And the Niners are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And this is potentially a nervy situation this close to their own goal line.
And bulldozing his way through. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they're backed against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the 3rd level before you know it.
Watch out!
Final play of the half. Purdy connects with Kittle underneath.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Ball first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, there were 3 talking points in the half. All of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we met the Dolphins back a little bit.
Able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
To throw is Stanford.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Touchdown, LA! Tyler Higbee, his first touchdown of the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 8.
14, 49ers 6.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, 49ers. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head. And this is going to be intercepted.
That keeps the score. Rams 14, 49ers 12. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Stafford. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Get set, get set.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Running leads were a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Get set, get set.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And this time they were ready for him as they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Second and 10 at the 20-yard line.
This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Rams are going to have it here just past the 25.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return.
And they will take over first and 10.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
And now a fake on a jet sweep, and instead they'll give it to McCaffrey.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. Delivering a pass here to Evans on the out route.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
They'll go for it. Here's Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on fourth down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Get set. Get set. 18. Watch out.
McCaffrey on the counter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now Purdy. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Rams will take over here just shy of the 30.
Intercepted. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Well, my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 29 yards. And the Rams are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game.
Score Rams 21, 49ers 12.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. They're able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
1st down, 49ers.
Get set. Get set.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 10 more there and another 1st down.
49er 1st down.
Outside.
Back to throw, Purdy. That's downfield. He's got Tonjes. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Rams force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Intercepted. The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. A give to Williams, running right. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out first downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
And sometimes things come together exactly like you want. It's not just been the volume of carries he's had in this contest. It's been the production as well.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Now we give up the middle to Williams. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. So second and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
That'll be caught by Hill.
And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain.
Brandon, a good idea there on third down. Run a little clear out and hope you get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
They snap it to Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause, and this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Rams are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for sure. We got a game to catch.
2 yards on the pickup.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Ready. 180.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Rams, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try